Hello everybody, this is Backblast. Here I am again on Planet Zoo. Today we're going to make a special video. It's only going to be a short one, and it's how to make super skinny paths. Now there are two ways of doing super skinny paths, and what I'm talking about is this. So let's have a look at our normal pathway. So this is a normal path. This I think is about an 8 meter wide path. This is a 4 meter wide path. And that's the shortest that you can go to, or the thinnest you can go to. You can't go less than 4 meters wide. So when you make a path, it's got to be 4 meters. All right, but sometimes 4 meters is just too wide, and you want to make something that looks a bit different, or doesn't carry as much traffic of people. Maybe you just want it to be a little twisty path that goes somewhere, that maybe like this one where I've got a workman up there, so maybe we'll have workmen's offices or something, and you don't want the public going up, so it's a little path that you want to hide. So what do we do? How do we make this thinner? Well, there are two ways of doing it. One of them is very simple, but you need to just fiddle with it a little, and the second one is a little bit more technical but gives a better result. So I'll show you these two. Firstly, we're going to do this one. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to make a barrier or something down here, because I want to make this path thinner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat, and I'm not actually going to make the path thinner. What we're going to do is we're going to make it look thinner. So here's a standard wall, nothing spectacular about it. We're going to maybe do this, and what we're going to do is we're going to hide this like this, and maybe we've got a building there or something. And what we don't want is people walking on this bit. So let's imagine that we have some sort of corridor or something going on here. Let's just whip that down there. You know, you get the idea. We've got a narrow passageway. Maybe it's not for the public, and you don't want people going up there. It's just for staff, blah blah blah. Right, so what happens if this guy wants to get to his restroom? What he's going to do is he'll walk down the middle of the path, and he'll actually walk through the scenery, and we don't want that. So there's a way of stopping that, and what you do is you need a rubbish bin, because big bins, for some reason, people will not walk through them. All right, so if we place some bins here, now what you'll have to do in real life, if you're actually making this, if you're doing this, you'll probably have to fill in these gaps, because they'll walk through these gaps. But just for a demonstration, I just want to show you the sort of thing that will happen. So they will stay away from the bins and walk down just that one side. It's entirely possible for him to walk through here and do that, but if you put enough bins in, they will not. They'll not do it. So look at that, a nice 2 meter wide path. How brilliant is that? That's great. Well done, sir. So what we'll do now is we'll pop this guy back into my zoo, or else he'll get annoyed, won't he? He won't be able to find his restroom. Get down there. Get down. Thank you. Right, number 2. That's number 1. Nice and easy. Put some bins in, hidden behind a wall or a hedge or something, some scenery, maybe even some rocks or plants, and put the bins in, hiding behind them. You can do it however you want. Right, so option 2 is to actually build a thin path. So let's have a normal path going along. So let's just say that we've got our 4 meter path here, and we want to build a thin one off this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into queue here. So for queues, you can build down to 2 meters wide. So if we do that, we haven't actually built the queue. We've clicked once. We're then going to go into path there. There we are. And we're going to click. Let's have an asphalt one, just for a change. So now we've built a 2 meter wide asphalt path. So what we're going to do now is we're going to build on that. Now this is the tricky bit. So what you need to do is you need to go back into queue, okay, and then you're going to build another bit of queue line, but we're not going to build it on the end. It won't work if you build it on the end. What you have to do is you have to trick it. You have to make it look in a different direction. So I've got angle snap switched on. Now it doesn't matter what angle you have on there. It can be 90, it can be 23 degrees or 30, 45, whatever you wish. But we're going to build a queue at an angle, right? We're going to do this at whatever angle. So there we go, like that. Then we're going to come out and then back into queue and then go in the direction we want to go in, like that. So now we can put our next asphalt bit in. So we need to do the same again. So we need to trick it. So we're going to say, hey, let's build another one. Now let's go out, back in. Which way do we want to go? That way. Go back into asphalt, build. So we're going to trick it again, and I'll show you slightly different. We can go to the right or the left, it doesn't matter. So we do that as long as you come out, back in, build it in the direction you want to go. Asphalt. Right, I'll show you how to do an angle or a change in angle. So let's go to maybe 45 or 36 degrees. And we want to go to the left, all right? We're going to build it over in that direction. So what we do is we build our queue, but we build our queue to the right. Don't build it to the left, all right? It's difficult then to get a 30-degree angle off that. You need to build it in the opposite direction from the corner. So if you want to go left, build this to the right. If you want to go to the right, build this to the left. I hope that makes sense. So we're going to build it over here. Again, go out, come back in. And which angle do we want to go? We can go in the 90 degrees, but no, we want to go over there. We're going to build in that direction now. So build your asphalt. All right. And it's as simple as that. So we can now carry on going in that direction. If we want to go straight, doesn't matter if you build to the left or the right. So let's build it to the right. Come out, go back in, and we're going to carry on that way. Build the asphalt. And that's it. And all you need to do then is right click on all the white bits that you've already built. And you now have a 2 metre wide path, which is great for things like staff paths. So you can do it with staff paths. It's absolutely no issue with doing that. If you wanted a very thin path that ran through an exhibit, you know, like a lemur house or something, you could have a nice wooden effect or some logs or whatever. But you can use any of these. It's all fine. And that's it. People will use it. Do not use it in a high volume area because you'll get thousands of people trying to use it. But they're great for tucking away. And you can have a nice narrow path in your park. There's 2 different ways of doing it. There's hiding it with bins. And then there's the actual making it thin. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. It's really important to press that thumbs up for me. And go and check the rest of my videos out. My name's Backblast. I'll see you next time.